the great Eli Crane from the state of Arizona, out of that uniform and into this uniform, fighting for the great people of Arizona.
Well, thank you guys for allowing me to join you tonight and talking about this crisis at our southern border. You know, Bob Good from Virginia, when you talk about how many gotaways that we have right now in this country, how many individuals on the terror watch list, it's about 300 since Biden took office. To give the American people some context, I know that number under the last administration was under 20. I believe it was about 14 people that were encountered on the southern border that were on the terrorist watch list. And that's something that really piques my interest because, like a lot of Americans who are still alive today, have jobs, families, who love this country, 9/11 changed my life. I dropped out of school my senior year and joined the Navy the week after 9/11. Wow. And I want to remind Americans, it only took 19 people to perpetrate those acts on 9/11. And when you're talking about this amount of numbers, this invasion, I hate to say it, I hate to sound like an alarmist, but as somebody who considers myself a sheepdog, somebody who considers myself the type of individual that wants to protect other people, and we have other sheepdogs around this Capitol right now. There's some up in the balcony, there's some out there. We know what this is going to lead to. And I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it because Americans need to know. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And that, it breaks my heart, but it enrages me at the same time because Americans deserve better. They deserve leadership. They deserve a government that puts their safety and their security as a top priority. And we are not, I repeat, we are not doing that. It's one of the reasons right now in the Homeland Security Committee that we are working on impeaching Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. And I hope it's something that we're actually able to conclude this time, even though a couple weeks ago we tried that in this very chamber and 8 Republicans voted against it. It's imperative that we do that, not because we're going to get a better replacement. It's imperative that we do that because the American people are watching. And they're sick and tired of this place. They're sick and tired of the politicians here. And one of the biggest reasons they're sick and tired of it is because nobody ever gets held accountable. It's been a long time since a cabinet secretary was impeached. I'm not sure it's ever even happened. Mr. Biggs, has that ever even happened?
150 years ago.
150 years ago. Yeah. Well, there's been a lot of historic things that have happened in this Congress, Mr. Biggs. And I'm hoping that the impeachment of a cabinet secretary, Alejandro Mayorkas, is one of the next things that happens. Because I want the American people to know that there's not, one set of rules for them, one set of rules for the people up there. They know for a fact they could not come up here and do the exact opposite of what their job description was. I mean, look at his job title. Secretary of Homeland Security. I don't know about you, I'm not an English major, but that would make me believe, Mr. Perry, that his job might be to protect the homeland. What do you think about that?
It seems